Hello guys, Michaela here. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another speed build. Today we are going to be working on a very special build because I am working on Simmery Sims Shell Challenge. So it's the Simmery Tiny Shell Challenge, which is the hashtag of the Shell Challenge, and she's hosting it on her Twitch channel. For those who don't know Marie, she is a Dutch Sims builder, streamer, YouTuber, and she is amazing. I love her so much. And when I saw this shell, I was incredibly excited, and I was like, yes, I need to do this. So yeah, I decided to tackle it. Because it was tiny, it didn't take me as much time as I mean, it didn't take that much time, so I was really happy about that. And yeah, I hung out, that's the word. I hung out in her stream last week because I was sick at home, so I had plenty of time to do stuff. So I did hang out in her stream, and she was actually building I don't remember what it was, but I remember someone mentioning that she should build in Tartosa. And that's when I got the idea for my entry for the challenge. I placed it here on this tiny little lot that I absolutely love. I think I've built this once before when my wedding stories came out, which was like the modern sort of build that I did here. And yeah, I was inspired by the windows of this one actually, so I wanted to use the windows that came with my wedding stories, and I was inspired by this swatch. And then I added those beautiful like wallflowers from Jungle Adventure, and yeah, I was sold on the purple idea. So yeah, I kind of carried the purple inside as well. With this build, we're going to do the interior exterior again differently than how I normally do it, because I was waiting for the new kits to come out, the greenhouse haven and basement something. So I was waiting for them to come out because I wanted to use the stuff that came with the one with the greenhouses. I wanted to use it for a small greenhouse in the garden. So I was waiting, I was building this literally the day the kids were coming out, and I was waiting for them to come out in the evening so I could finish this. So that's why I started with the interior first, and then I moved on to the exterior because I wanted to get it done, but I couldn't because obviously I was waiting for the packs. So as you can hear, my voice is getting a lot better. I'm feeling a lot better. I'm recording this on Sunday, so just like 2 days after I did the previous build. Because I really need to get the voiceover done because I'm starting my teaching practicum, so which is kind of like supervised teaching, and I'm not sure how much time I'll have to record voiceovers early on. So I wanted to get this done on the weekend before I start, because I feel like my week is going to be pretty busy. So I went here on the interior. I went with quite a modern vibe, and I really like it. It's like, it has the kind of Mediterranean feel that Tartosa has, but it's quite modern. So I used counters from Island Living, which I absolutely love, especially because they have this like waterfall countertop, and I love them. And I really wanted to use the kind of bar countertop that would allow me to have like a bar sort of situation, like an island sort of situation. So there is no like proper dining table in this build. There is only this like two high chairs in here, and I absolutely loved it. I kind of shoved it against the wall here as well, and then later on I add a bookcase from, I believe, Growing Together, which matches really nicely, and it also kind of looks like a built-in unit, and I am absolutely super excited about how that turned out. I love the result so much. I also want to know, what do you think about the new kits? Because I personally haven't really tried building with the basement kit much just yet, but I really love the kit with the greenhouses. I'm working on like a very fun build. I shared a work in progress on Saturday on my social media, which is kind of, I was inspired by a build that Simstopia did about a year ago on their YouTube channel, and so I wanted to kind of recreate it with the new items that we got, and I love it so far. I want to finish it today, hopefully. And I'm super excited to share it with you about, I think, a week or two away from now, because I'm kind of I tried to shuffle things around a little because I have a schedule planned. I have lots of builds pre-built. If you look at my gallery, you can see that there are builds that you haven't seen yet here on YouTube, but they're already done and ready to go. They're all edited. I just need to kind of do the voiceovers. Yeah, so I really like to be prepared in that way. Yeah. So I completely talked over the kitchen, the living space, and I also made, I forgot to say that at the beginning, there's also space for a cat here. Speaking of, I forgot to tell you the information about the build. So it's built on a 20 by 20 in Tartosa, which is the world that came with my wedding stories, which is a game pack. It's a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom home. It fits 2 Sims and a cat. I was thinking that there's only 1 sim living here, because I imagined that they are a gardener, not a gardener, a florist, so they love flowers. They have a flower arranging table, so that's what I imagined this sim to be. And the build comes in at 55,414 simoleons, so that's not the least I've done when it comes to tiny homes, but I think it's also not like super bad. So in spirit to kind of keep the floral theme going, I kind of paired the purple with a little bit of green here and there. So there are plants. I also used a green fridge, green like a chair, which is from Growing Together, like green bips and bobs here and there, and I really love how that turned out. I really love the soft color scheme here. I've been doing a lot of like darker color schemes, but I think because, you know, the spring is coming and it's getting more and more warm, because on Saturday we had like a really beautiful day. It was sunny, it was beautiful, and because I've been kind of stuck at home for like the past week, I really took the opportunity to spend some time outside. So I've been sitting on our kind of covered porch that we have at the house, and I was just like I was playing The Sims, obviously, on my laptop. I also did some prepping for next week's, you know, school stuff, and it was really nice. It was warm, it was beautiful. I also did my yoga, like stretching session outside. I was ecstatic. I loved it so much. And now we've moved on to the bedroom. I also did a small hallway, which is very simple. It's really tiny, but I really wanted to make it look a bit more lived in. And here we are working on the bedroom. I initially wanted to use this bed from Growing Together, but I changed it off camera to the bed that I had there before, which was the one from Seasons with like purple accents on it. I like this bed a lot, but it did not fit with the color scheme that I chose for the house, and I also didn't like the wood swatch on it. I don't know why we got such a weird color, but I don't know, it was weird. What I was also thinking, so just like a backstory for the sim that I imagine living here, I imagined it's like a very young sim. They love taking care of plants, they love flower arranging, and they really love spending time outside, and they love living by the sea, by the beach. So I think this is like a dream home for them. Maybe it's like their first home, maybe they really saved up a long time for it. I don't know, maybe they inherited, who knows, sorry. And I imagine that they live here alone with their cat, and they also really like music. So I placed a guitar in the living room and a piano, like one of the standing pianos that we got with the Growing Together pack, in the bedroom, which I thought was like a really nice detail, something that they like to do in their spare time. I really liked the idea. And here we are working on the little greenhouse. So because it's a shell challenge, I obviously could not add any walls. So I did build a room kind of around that I wanted to put the windows in, but after I placed windows. I deleted the walls again, so technically the greenhouse is only the windows, and because those windows that came with the new kit are floor to ceiling, I could do that. So I really liked the idea. I really wanted to do it. I really wanted to add a greenhouse, but I was like, I can't add walls in here because obviously a child challenge rules. But then I thought of this, and I was so happy that I figured it out. So I have a little greenhouse. I used quite a bit of items from the new pack. So here in the greenhouse I placed some vertical planters, I believe, a table with some like stuff on them which are mostly decorative, and I also placed a flower arranging table, which is going to be like the thing that makes money for the sim. And in this like fenced area I will place some of the like patches that we got with cottage living, and I will place some plants, some flowers on them, but most of them are not in bloom in summer, which is where I took the screenshots. So I think only one of them actually has green pots, like the greenery coming out in the screenshots, which is a shame, but I didn't want to switch to a different season because I really wanted to, you know, I like a certain way of my for my screenshots, a certain weather for my screenshots, which is summer, heat wave, and like certain day time of day. So I really wanted to keep that. So I kind of sacrificed the fact that I did not have any plants growing, but they are there. I hope they're gonna stay there on gallery. I did plant like each patch has different flower on them, so I kind of really wanted to try that, but obviously I wanted to keep the weather a certain way as season, so it's not visible on the screenshots, but they are planted. So here we are working on the inside of the little greenhouse. This is what I said. I added vertical planters that came with Eco Lifestyle, flower arranging table, and this table which came with the new pack. And now I'm adding decorations that came with the new kits. I think the only item from the basement kit that I placed was the box next to the flower arranging table, which I did not realize was from that kit. I didn't want to use that kit, but I did. So if you want to download this and you don't have that one, it's okay. It's only one box. I think I've said it before, in a lot of my builds, a lot of the packs that I use are only clutter pieces, and so it's usually fine for you to download it if you don't have all of the packs, because you'll just be missing some clutter pieces here and there, which I think is completely fine. But it's just, you can actually on the gallery kind of filter out what is in the build and what isn't, and what like items are from certain pack, like what items you placed from a certain pack, so you can kind of always filter it out and see what I used and what I didn't use. So here I'm doing some final touches on the exterior. This is kind of like a covered porch area. I really like that, and we are going to be almost at the end of today's speed build, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. It would really mean a lot to me. If you want to download this build, you can get it on the gallery. My ID is michaelasimsyt, or you can get the tray files in the description box below, as always, on my Ko-fi page. And yeah, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you are gonna have a great day, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago.